Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for X2, also known as X-Men 2. So, yeah, and this movie stars Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Famke Jensen, Halle Berry, James Marsden, Anna Paquin, Brian Cox, Rebecca Romanage, Alan Cumming, Bruce Davidson, Aaron Stanford, Sean Ashmore, Kelly Hugh, who um, Katie Stewart. Um, let's see, there's a bunch more here. Katie Stewart, Kay Wong, Carter Smith, and Bryce Hudgens, Sean Kane, Ty Allison, Brandon Laurie. Where is he? Daniel Cudmore, Connor Widows, Peter Wingfield. That's not what I'm looking for though. Where is he? Or did I pass him already? No, I have not passed him. Oh wait, yeah, I did. Alan Cumming. Fuck me. And Stanley, I assume, is somewhere here. I assume Stanley is gonna be somewhere here. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm blinking now. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. Before I begin, though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the episode and movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That I never give a fair warning, because as usual, I did. Very fast. If you were wondering who I was looking for Alan Cumming, who portrays Nightcrawler. I thought I passed him. So yeah. I already did that. So now synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rates. So you have William Stryker, and he's basically opposed to mutants. He just hates mutants. Partially due to the fact that's an X3. Sorry, but just very fast. One of the reasons he hates mutants is because his son is a mutant, and he basically thinks that's a disease. And it seems like everybody, like most normal humans here, also think it's a disease. We have Iceman, who comes out to his parents that he's a mutant. He comes out to his parents that he's a mutant, and they're like, "Yo, can you just like not be a mutant? Or, why is it my fault that you're a mutant?" It was really weird. Especially if you know what happens in the comics. Like, he's actually gay in the comics, so it's like it really does bring a whole new level to that. But whatever. William Stryker, he's opposed to mutants. So is every other person and human apparently in this movie. So, yes, what William Stryker does is that he invades the X-Mansion, takes as many of the X-Men kids he could find as he can, and he's basically going to experiment on them and hope that they die. And yeah, he also takes Professor X, Cyclops, and basically his plan is to have Professor X basically focus all his mental power on every single mutant there in the world, so he could kill them all. Basically, wipe them out, wipe the mutant race out of existence. Ian McKellen's character Magneto says that's a brilliant idea, if it were for humans. So Magneto, he knows about the plan. He is hypnotized, I suppose, or he's brainwashed into giving Stryker this information. So that's why he knows so much about it. So Ian McKellen eventually he does escape his confinements. He escapes his jail, and he tries to kill every single human using the same ability that Professor X was using to kill all the mutants. And eventually nobody dies, or nobody. I mean, people do die, like the random soldiers die, but nobody dies at the hands of Professor X. How's about that? And yeah, now this is often considered the best X-Men film, or one of the best X-Men films, and especially it's considered the best X-Men film out of the original trilogy, and at least within the top 3 best X-Men films, period. I mean, normally right now it's like X-Men X2, X-Men Days of Future Past, and Deadpool. I mean, that's basically the consensus of what are the top three X-Men films. It's Deadpool, X2, and Future Past. So yeah, now if I had to rank it between those three, I'd say it's number two. I'd say Deadpool is better than this, but this is better than X-Men Days of Future Past. Take out Deadpool if you really want to, and yeah, this is the best X-Men film, period. So, what makes this so good? I mean, very fast on Future Past. It's a good film, but the thing is that with that movie they say X-Men film, and it's just really like it's more like a Wolverine 1.5 or 2.5 at that point. 2.5, yeah, because it came out right after the Wolverine. It's more like Wolverine 2.5. So yeah, this one focuses on everyone. It's like a common issue. You have this, as I said before, you have the humans. Most humans hating on at mutants, thinking they're a threat. Some of them wondering why their kids turned out as mutants, and that was really fucked. I mean, it was needed, but that was kind of fucked up. And you have Bobby, Iceman's brother. He kind of calls the cops on them. So, I mean, just see how much hate there is for the humans. That even sometimes, the person's own family hates them. And for those who don't know, Bryan Singer is gay, and so is Ian McKellen. They're both gay. And again, that's kind of like a metaphor for people being gay. It was really hard. It kind of still is. But it's really hard for people coming out of the closet. And that was kind of coming out of the closet. Like, hey mom, I'm gay. Nope. Now in the X-Men universe, hey mom, I'm a mutant. I can make ice with my fingers. So it's like coming out of the closet. So yeah, I mean, I do see it's really emotional. I mean, it's not emotional in the sense that it makes you want to cry or like, but it's just kind of emotional. Like, it's shocking. It's kind of shocking that they were able to do that, because I mean, there's still movies. I mean, this came out in 2003, so that made it more shocking back then. I mean, that made it more shocking back then. So yeah, the action is great. One of the best action. I want to say like the best scene. If I had to pick one iconic scene from this movie, it has to be everything that happened in Bobby's house. From the time he came out to when they left the house. That was probably because they had like the best action scene. You have one thing though that didn't make sense. Wolverine, his skeleton is made out of adamantium, but a single like steel or iron bullet takes him down, like literally, like it literally knocks him out. And what I would expect is for him to like hit him and be be pissed off, but no, like it literally just knocks him out. So bomb. So that kind of didn't make sense. But the rest of the action scene, you have Pyro, who's just kind of sending flames to every single cop and cop car. That was pretty good. It wasn't really until it was kind of trigger happy. He was like trigger happy. He had that blood loss. It wasn't really till Rogue took away his powers for like a quick second that he kind of like came to his senses. And yeah, at the end of the movie, you have Pyro, who kind of goes into the dark side. Which is something I kind of you kind of have to expect. Like, there are students of Professor Xavier that they don't all necessarily have to agree with him. Like, there are some who probably do like Magneto's point of view, or they sympathize with his point of view. So yeah, and then obviously the big part at the end, where Phoenix Saga, Jean Grey dies. That's what it was. That was actually pretty well done. Again, it was emotional in that kind of sense that it didn't make you want to cry, but it just made you had goosebumps. Like you're like, what? Like, what she's gonna do. So it's like, please don't do it, and you did it. Fuck, now you're dead. Fuck me. So it was kind of emotional in that sense. Overall, it is a great movie. It is able to bring out the feels, and I think this is the most emotional X-Men film there is, and I think that does help. That does help in making this movie as great as it is. The special effects, I will say, are a bit dated at times. They're not as bad. I mean, I know this was made like this came out in 2003 or in 2013 years ago, this came out like 13 years ago, give or take. So I know the technology did change over time. I'm not gonna really knock off points, but I do have to say at this point it is starting to look a bit dated. I kind of wish we had a bit more of Storm and Jean though, because they had a big part towards the end of this movie. I kind of wish they had a bigger part. You do sympathize a bit more with Magneto in this movie. Nightcrawler, really cool character. Apparently he's really cool in X-Men Apocalypse. So I can't wait to watch his character in X-Men Apocalypse. So yeah, overall a great movie in my opinion. Is the best X-Men film. Not counting Deadpool, it is the best X-Men film in my opinion. Not counting Deadpool, because right now Deadpool is like, for some reason it's like in that weird area. Some people don't consider it an X-Men film, and some people do. I'm like, what the fuck? Of course it's an X-Men film. I mean, you have fucking It has Colossus, and Colossus has been seen it was seen in the original trilogy. So what the fuck? But for some reason, some people don't consider Deadpool an X-Men film. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, if I had to choose my top three, it'd be Deadpool, X2, Days of Future Past. So yeah, it's basically it for now. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this an 9 out of 10. It's actually a really great movie. Yeah, and I think one of the things that really elevates it is the fact that that coming out scene just was. I think it's the most. It's probably that scene where. Okay, that scene where Iceman, Bobby, comes out to his parents that he's a mutant, and the way they react, I feel this. I feel like and I may be stretching it here, but I feel like that's the defining scene of the whole X-Men series. Not just this movie, but I feel like that's one of, if not the defining scene or defining moment, um, of this entire series. Just the way people react and to mutants and all that. I feel like this is the most defining scene in the X-Men series. Okay, maybe followed by that one scene in X3 in the Last Stand. X-Men: The Last Stand, where Pyro throws a fireball into the vaccination units. I think those two are maybe the two most defining scenes in the whole entire franchise, in my opinion. So, and that's saying a lot, especially considering the fact that a lot of people hate The Last Stand. I don't really hate it that much at all, to be honest. But I'm just saying, for me, those are the two defining scenes of the whole series in general. So, yeah, on a scale, as I said before, 9 out of 10. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.